that it was unsafe. That was it. That means it's on the fucking producer. Who's the fucking producer? Scumbag. Alec Baldwin is one of the fucking producers. Yes, he was one of the producers on the movie. See, when you do a $100 a day movie, what's Alec Baldwin is worth, what, $50 million? And you're going to make $100 a day? No. So what they offer you is a producer credit. So now you get a residual on a producer credit, and you get a producer credit, and you get an acting credit. So if the movie hits, you get a check for life from that producer set. That's the deal they make, those guys. Number two, they shoot those movies usually during the holidays, because that's when actors are home in L.A. Like whenever I shot a $100 a day movie, I shot it in December, because I'm not going to fucking commit to a movie I'm getting $100 a day when I could be shooting something for $600 that might come up tomorrow. I don't fucking know what's coming up. So they do them in December. If you get calls for those, they're always like, we're shooting after Thanksgiving, because people, okay, I'll do 4 days on your movie, and I'll go away to fucking Hawaii or whatever the fuck movie stars do. So they make you a producer. If the movie hits, you get a check. You know how much of those fucking movies hit? Not never. What's the chick from the boxing movie with Clint Eastwood? That she died in the ring, or they crippled her. She did a movie that was a $100 a day movie, and the movie blew up. So now when you do a movie, that's what they tell you. These movies are great. People see them. No, they don't. Hilary Swank. There's a tremendous film on called, it's with Ray Liotta and I think it's Into the Blue or something like that. It's Ray Liotta and Fuck Dut's wife, Justin Timberlake's wife. And the guy that played the fucking football player in Fast Times in Ridgemont High, the big black guy, Armando Castillo, the guy from fucking, I forget what the name of the movie is. It's a Ray Liotta and whatever's wife. She plays a stripper. Ray Liotta plays her father who got out of jail and wants to reconnect with his stripper daughter. He doesn't know she's a stripper. And he goes to the strip club and gets a lap dance from her. It's a fucking creepy movie, but it's not a bad fucking movie. It's a low-budget movie. Nobody ever saw that movie. If you see it and you go, how come I never heard of this movie? I'll tell you why. It's a low-budget movie. So it was somebody's dream to make that movie. They didn't get the proper financing. Who the fuck knows how they ended up getting Justin Timberlake's wife and fucking Ray Liotta and the King of Scotland's fucking to be in the movie. I have no idea. It's a great script, like I said, and it needed to be shot. But one of my friends is in the movie. He plays the hot dog man outside the bar, Armando Castillo. We're all friends, Gabriel, all those guys. So I saw him and I go, man, you did great in that movie. How come I never heard of that movie? And he goes, because it was a low-budget movie, and they ran out of financing for the marketing area of it. So this is why, what I say to you guys, on one side, I want to do this movie because it's going to help me build my resume. It's going to make me a better actor. I'll be stronger. But on the other fucking side, you know, if I'm going to fucking do something to wear me out. Now, I did them for a long time. And I did them with no ego. After The Longest Yard, I did them. People would say to me, why are you doing these? And I'd say, when I win an Oscar, then I'll stop doing these. I'm never going to win an Oscar, but I'll stop doing those when I become a really good actor. I started realizing that those movies were a fucking wear out. Because if they give you $100 a day, I got to pay $10 commission. That leaves me at 90. I got to pay taxes. Then I got to dry clean my suit. So basically, I made no fucking money. So finally, one day, I was getting after the strike in 2008, 2007. It took a while to get things going. So what happened was, you know, people were coming up on all-day movies. And I kept doing them. And one day I go, you know what, man? I'm going to get hurt on one of these things. I did that one about the shark, the Jersey shark fucking thing and shit with the program shit. You know, guys, listen. And that's what those movies are. I don't know. When you're shooting that, I always ask myself, when you're shooting it, you should be saying, who the fuck's going to see this? Like, nobody's going to see. Like, they would come up to me and go, Joey, the line is the car. And I would, in the back of my head, like, nobody's going to see this anyway. why are we shooting this shit? And once I got to that attitude, I stopped doing them. And I kept getting calls from calls. And finally one day I go, fuck this shit. I'm not doing any more $100 Day movies. I didn't work for about 7 months. I was starting to get fucking nervous. And I got the call for fucking the Stallone Kevin Hart movie. And I said, see, you have to close one door before you open up a fucking another. And that's it. That's why I don't do those movies no more. And during the pandemic, guess what? When I moved here, the first 3 months, I was in fucking hell. Mike will tell you. And I was getting calls. I remember calling my agent going, I want to work, but I want to work in Jersey if you could find me something. They're like, George Clooney is shooting a movie in Jersey. I'll see if we get you in the movie. Let me tell you something, guys. I got like 15 auditions, and they were all $100 a day movies. And they were shooting like in North Carolina. They were shooting like in Florida. They even asked me if I wanted to go to the Dominican Republic to shoot a $100 a day movie. And I was like, listen, during COVID, like I said, you're going to have to fucking cut the budget because of COVID financing, all that shit. So I was like, if fucking $100 a day movies were a grind before this shit, what are these movies now? I mean, do I want to be involved with one of these piece of shit fucking movies? So I told my agent, don't send me, but they kept sending me these fucking auditions for these $100 a day movies. And I'm like, if this movie shoots in Jersey, I'll do it because it's no fucking, I don't have to go anywhere. You probably have to pay your own plane ticket for those fucking movies. They're low budget. So I'm like, I'm not going to get involved. And again, it's not because of an ego or anything like that, because at the end of the day, I'm 60. What the fuck is it going to do for me? I'm going to go down there and get beat up. I'm going to go down there and get stuck on a fucking plane, get beat up, end up getting shot by fucking Alec Baldwin or whatever his fucking name is. Nah, I'm not doing this shit. And I'm happy I didn't. He decided he was going to go down there, be a big shot in New Mexico, and shoot this fucking movie, and look what happened. When I heard that this happened, I was upset about the girl's family. Somebody lost their life, a director got shot. But I was very happy that this happened because it had to happen. It had to these people getting out of fucking control with SAG. And that's why they shoot these movies out of state. So SAG's not around. You know what like New Mexico, SAG is down there. SAG's got an office down there because they do so much fucking shooting down there. But when they shoot like in Oklahoma and all these other places, Montana, what do you think, SAG people going to go up there? They just want their fucking envelope. And that's why you have more freedom. Like when we shot The Longest Yard, we were in fucking Santa Fe, New Mexico. Guys, it was a fucking party down there. Once we got to Orange County and we shot the next 12 weeks up there, the fucking suits were all over the set every day. You couldn't smoke pot on there no more. You couldn't do dick anymore. But what really cracks me up about this whole situation was as soon as I heard that fucking he was getting charged, I knew there was one motherfucker that was happy, and that man's name is Donald Trump. That motherfucker, I was like, Donald, because the day he did it, I read a tweet or something, not a tweet because he's off Twitter. The day he did it, I fucking read this thing from him going, throw him in jail. Trump was like at home going, throw him in jail. He's mentally disturbed. His impersonation of me was fucking terrible and all this. And I agree with him. I used to look at that impersonation and go, who the fuck laughs at that? Only Gentiles laugh at that shit. Only people go, oh my God, it's so good. It was horrible. And he kept doing it and doing it and doing it. And finally, Trump got his last fucking laugh. Because if you don't think Trump had something to do with it, and I was thinking about this all week. And this morning, when it was on CBS Morning News, Sunday morning, fucking, I saw this thing. I went on the computer and they had the CNN interview. And then under it was like a joke thing going that the conspiracy theory is that the Republicans and Donald Trump got the DA to fucking press charges on him or some shit, which I knew, we're living in a day of everything is a conspiracy theory, Everybody's involved in a fucking conspiracy theory. For 50 years we denied UFOs. Now they're everywhere. Have you noticed it lately? They're fucking everywhere. UFOs are everywhere. What did I tell you fucking 2 years ago about the UFOs in Jersey? I got so much hate, man.
To see one in real life now.
Well, when we go to the city on fucking Saturday night, I'll stop on Boulevard East. If you're on Boulevard East, you give it 4 hours, you'll see you'll see something going through the air. You fucking lower the window, you hear that Martian music. But Boulevard East, they see them constantly over there. People who live in those buildings will tell you fucking stories for years. When I did that podcast with Jimmy Florentine, so many fucking people reached out to me just talking about UFOs in Jersey. And if you Google it, where are the most sightings for UFO? It's not fucking New Mexico or Ground Zero. It's New York City. Go ahead, look it up. Look it up right now. You people at home, where are the most fucking UFOs seen? Right there, an hour from here. They dip down into that Hudson River like Sully. They fucking dip down and they do they spin around. And they get the fuck out. You think I'm kidding you? Dog, you look at that Hudson County report, Hudson County Park. You go deep into that. If you go on YouTube, 1975, Martians landed in Hudson County Park in North Bergen, New Jersey. Okay? If you go deep into that fucking thing and then Google the paperwork on it, trust me, I was on the road one night and I was smoking pot and I went into a fucking hole with that shit. I was like, because Rogan and all those guys are always talking about UFOs and they're like the authority on UFOs and nobody's ever said, well, fucking Jersey, New York City, Jersey. Just when I remembered that they landed in Hudson County Park, and one of my friends called me last week. He's like, I listened to one of the podcasts, you talking about that. Like everybody remembers, but they just won't talk about us being kids, going up there. The park had the police tape around it on the corner. They were fucking digging. The feds were digging and shit. They had those, like those people who go to bees, like work with bees. They had those masks on. I'll fucking never forget that shit, dog. I was a kid. I was a fucking kid. So now everybody's seeing UFOs. Pilots, that's all they're seeing them. So I guess I was a fucking idiot when I did the podcast a couple of years ago. Because I'm not a Martian guy. I'm not a conspiracy theory guy. I'm not a fucking, UFO guy. But I do remember that like a motherfucker. And it didn't fade, because I hate all that shit. I hate Star Trek. I can't stand all that shit. So, yeah, whatever the fuck it is. I don't know. Science fiction, it don't matter. It all goes out my fucking dick hole. But it's a fucking new week, guys. I've been doing great lately. I really have. This new year has agreed with me a lot. Like I said, I had a rough week last week, a little bit of a rough week, but not enough. I get pissed off where I live. It's boring, shit like that, but not enough to, I'm happy here. I'm doing the best job that I can, for what I got right now. I'm excited about the show Saturday night. It's the last show. It's officially fucking sold out. We got a great lineup. We got Mike Klein, Lee, Dean Del Rizzi's coming. Tara's coming. It's going to be fucking great. There's no tickets available, and I feel bad. But we'll start it back up again in the fall. And, that's how it goes, man. I'm not doing this full time anymore. I'm just going to put little tours together. No planes. No fucking planes. I don't want to. The plane situation in this country is getting worse. I think I'll drive. Yeah, that's what I want to do. I'll do a residency, AC, something, something when the time is right. But this has been, I'll tell you what's been my strong point this year so far. I've been journaling fucking great lately. I don't know what it is. For a while there, my journaling was off. That shit sailed. My journaling is on fire now. I'm sticking to it. I've had a lot of problems sleeping lately, so I started journaling at night to dump. Just a dump. Some nights I get too tired and I fucking don't do it. And 2 o'clock in the morning I wake up and I'm pissed about somebody fucking taking a parking spot from me in 1984. So I had to start dumping at night, and it's just been great, guys. I had a problem last week. They finally stitched up this bottom half of my face. You can't see it. That's why I didn't do nothing Wednesday. They stitched it like, I forget how they call it, on the inside. It fucking swole up. And the cyst finally fucking busted. So we're on the right track there. And guys, I can't, this is the best I can do right now. I can do 1 podcast a week. I was struggling for a long time. I'm starting to get out of my fucking struggle, and that's it. 2020 fucking 3 is here. I'm officially what am I, a fucking less than a month away from turning 60, and it's been on my mind a lot lately. It's been on my mind a lot. I'm not bummed about it. I mean, listen, when you turn 60, when you turn 50, you start getting bummed. That's when you start praying at night. You never pray. Like, you stop, yeah, you don't pray at all till you're like 50. Then you're like, oh shit, things are getting serious now. So you never fucking pray till you're 60. But 60 is, you're no longer a novice. You know what I'm saying? Now, you're definitely in Dett's fucking way. But I've been working out hard, guys. I've still been going to my 2 jiu-jitsus a week. I'm really enjoying that. I'm seeing progress there. I'm seeing progress on my health. I'm losing fucking weight. And I've switched my diet around. I'm only eating eggs 3 days a week. I eat Special K and a bowl of fruit now, 4 days a week. It's a different life, and I don't miss the other life I had. This is just perfect for what I'm doing. I don't need to go up and jump up and down. I don't need to fucking shoot somebody on a set. I just live my life now. I really don't care if the phone rings. If it rings, I really don't give a fuck. So I'm looking forward to 2023, guys. It's finally starting to pay off for me, and that's all I could tell you. I'm excited about the fucking Super Bowl. I'm excited about my birthday. My wife asked me if I wanted to have a party. Nah. I might have like a little get-together, maybe cook something, have some people come over, but what am I going to do, throw myself at my own 60-year-old party? Hi, oh my God, but he's a jolly good fellow. Get the fuck out of here. My wife's like, do you want to go to a restaurant? Maybe get like a back room? Not really. I'm not into that shit, guys. I just want to go out into the night and just have a great time with my daughter. Like I told you, man, my best night of the week is Saturday night. We got the honeymoon. So last night I went over, 2 nights ago, I went over to Pickled Herring. I got some Chinese cookies. I got some diet cream sodas, and that's what we had during the honeymoon. I mean, I'm never going to do a comedy show on a fucking Saturday ever again. Like this one starts at 8, but we usually get back about 11:30. You got another half hour to go. So at least I could watch. One Saturday night I came in here, and the mushrooms kicked in as I walked in, and she came right down. Dad, are we watching Honeymooners? I'm like, oh. That's going great, too. Me being a dad, getting a second chance, this is really working out for me. And I'm just happy for the first time in a long time, guys.